Okay, this is a tutorial on the actually tutorial number 6, the cube and strut assembly. And so we're going to again just driving this home. Set your working directory. Click on your computer. Go to your H drive and find your Creo folder and find your cube toy folder and right-click it and set your working directory. And we're going to make a new drawing. Now it's not a part this time. It's tempting to just keep it on part. This is actually going to be an assembly. You're going to just name it what it is. We'll just call it cube toy. And you're going to click OK. Now you always start with your main part. In this case it's going to be a cube. So we're going to click Assemble. We're going to find the cube test part here that I created and open it. And we want to make our very first part default. This is very important. This is going to align it to the XYZ axis in your actual assembly drawing. And go ahead and accept this. And now that part is in there and you can see it listed underneath our assembly on the left side. Go ahead and assemble your next part, and this is going to be the strut. And go ahead and bring this in. Now don't worry about where it comes into place here. Let's talk about assembly a little bit. We can move things up and down, we can move things left and right, we can move things forward and backward depending on which axis you're going to use, or you can grab this little sphere down here and move it in all directions at the same time. We're not going to manually place this into the cube. This will not be accurate, nor will it stay put. So what you have to do is you have to use what are called constraints, and right now if you look up here it says status no constraints. You have to tell how things are going to connect together. Typically, if you click on something cylindrical on the strut part, you're going to click something cylindrical on the cube part. If you click on something flat on the strut part, you'll click on something flat on the cube part. So you'll go on in this manner until the whole thing is put together. So let's start with the cylindrical shape. So we're going to go cylindrical peg is going to fit with the cylindrical hole, and you can see how that lights up and click. Now notice how it didn't go in, but it did align the two axes that are shared here. So the axis in the circle and the axis through the strut are now aligned with each other. Now we're going to give it our second constraint. We're going to say, well, how far does it need to go in? Well, all the way up to this flat surface. So let's go ahead and say this flat surface, click, is going to touch or align with this flat surface, click, and it should go in. Now if for some reason it doesn't go all the way in, it might be because it's building in a distance here, and it just doesn't know that you want a distance of 0 here. So kind of look for a number popping up. I just kind of manually forced it into doing that, but then the distance here would actually be 0, enter, and now that's correct and we can accept this. We'll go ahead and add another part now, and we're going to add another cube. We're going to take this cube, we're going to go in the same manner now. We're going to say cylinder to cylinder, so cylinder to cylinder, and flat to flat. Now you just got to slow down here and make sure things are accurate. And now that cube is on there, and accept it. And you would continue on in this manner, putting all 8 cubes on and all 12 struts until you ended up with the finished product. And then you can save it. And this ends tutorial 6.